Randy, I must say that the American elections were quite interesting, given the candidacy of the sitting president, Joe Biden, and circumstances under which the Democrats had to change their candidacy 3.5 months or so into major elections like what they did, given where Kamala Harris started off and her gains in the polls in the run-up to the elections and all. In fact, for me, I have limited access to U.S. media. I only get CNN, so CNN is also my, and it's also quite skewed. So you get to see what the Democrats stand for. They push it, and it's always anti-Republican sort of. And so it was quite interesting. But like you said, the U.S. showed. I mean, it's a stark difference from what we experienced in 2020. And 2020, you recollect, we had also we're also going into elections just like around this time. And so the concentration was, but after we had done our swearing in and all of that and had the opportunity to wait until I think January 20th for the U.S. to do the handle, that's when we got time to actually catch up with what was happening in the U.S. I think that, like you said, the U.S. is taking back its past glory. But I tend to also sit back and see, what if the elections had gone the other way? Because the Republicans made it feel as if they're going to only lose if the elections are rigged. And we are having similar sentiments in Ghana as well. I think that going into an election, I personally have won and I have lost elections before. So I actually have prepared myself going into any major elections like this. But I think that it was good to see a seamless process in the U.S. It's good that yesterday I heard Kamala Harris promising to be part of the transition and ensuring that they have a more seamless transition that they did when they were coming into power in 2021. And so we look up to the U.S. and then the change in the world order. Already people are looking at the U.S. Foreign policy, which is stark. What is going to happen to the happenings between Russia and Ukraine and things like that. And so in the coming days, in the coming months, we're looking forward to U.S. showing that leadership. But it's true. The elephant has gone back to the White House. And I so much know that the elephant will stay in the Jubilee House in Ghana as well. You know, the link between the U.S. elections and Ghanaian elections, where we won in 2016 and Donald Trump also won in 2020. We won again, but the Democrats came. But we'll still remain in power in 2024 and work with our sister center-right party in the U.S. You know, we are both in the IDU community, and so we tend to work more closer because of our common beliefs and in democracy. And so we're looking forward to a second tenure for Donald Trump. I hope that it's not as eventful as we saw the first time. Even watching CNN post the declaration, or you see the tone, everything is coming down. It's more getting to uniting the nation, and the average American is very patriotic, despite the fact that they sometimes it's very difficult to understand. And for people like myself, you sit back and the issues that went into the election, a couple of things back, whilst the Republicans were more on the economy and hitting the economy, the Democrats were also having issues like sustenance of democracy, women reproductive rights, and all of that. And I mean, the U.S. people, the sovereignty of the nation lies in the people of the America. And if they had made a decision, so they did. I wish them all the best.
Made a loud statement. They said it's the economy. Stupid.
Oh, it's true. It's true.
Absolutely.
It's true. I also think that maybe where the Democrats didn't really do well is also to explain to the people. You recollect that Biden had assumed power in 2021. This was right after the pandemic. And the pandemic had a very telling effect on all economies, including affairs like the U.S. And so at the point, I mean, the United States was experiencing highest inflation in about 40 years and all of that. But they had to contend with it. Look at the number of people who actually died in 2020. The nation had to contend with all these headwinds coming into election 2024.
So
and that is what
the UK
didn't
listen to. The UK didn't listen to this excuse.
Oh, the UK as well. You see,
the US didn't listen to this excuse in their election.
Yeah.
I don't know where else in the world where they've listened to. In fact, for most parts of the world where we're having elections, it's about the economy.
Of course. I won't run away from that. The elections is about the economy. But you see, even within the economy, you also look at the track record of people managing the economy.
Yes.
Where did we start off? Unless we have the benefit of being in power before the pandemic. And so we have a set of records to show that but for the headwinds that we experienced in 2020 and onwards, this was our performance, and that is what the people are getting. We had a benefit of comparing what transpired between 2017, 2018, 2019 to what happened post the pandemic in 2021 onwards. And so people have the opportunity to assess us in a situation where we didn't have this pandemic, and then also compare. Even within the biggest threats that humanity is faced in living memory, how we have dealt with it and where we are today. If you look at the MPC report for September, our economy in the second half of 2024 was growing in excess of 6%. And that is what we are looking for. This is an economy which is recovering from a time that we are not experiencing living memory. And so this is what the people of Ghana will have to look and give Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia another opportunity to continue. Look, today, what is happening today is launching a credit scoring scheme. This is not happened in the form in which we are doing business today. What is the essence of some of these interventions? It's to ensure that, look, consumption is promoted. People are able to consume even before the end, and these are some of the fundamentals on which advanced economies have been built. And these are the things that we are urging Ghanaians.
Explain it to me.
You mean the credit scoring?
Yes, you said it's going to launch something.
Oh, okay. Today, when you go to the bank to take a loan, they look at the prime rate from the central bank and they add whatever risk exposure they think that you're coming up with. And because there are no individual credit scoring, it's generalized that, look, NPLs as non-performing loans, as we have on the books of the bank, they factor all of that into the interest rate. So the margin on the interest on the prime rate is so huge. But if we are able to eliminate that general risk factor and individualize it such that because I pay my loans when I take loans, I have a better scoring than somebody who is not servicing their loans. I have a better scoring. So when we go to the bank to take loans, I probably will have a lower interest rate relative to the person who is a higher risk. That's just the fundamentals of it. And these are the bedrock on which economics are built. If you want, I'm saying the form in which we are doing it. It does not exist like that.
Which form?
In advanced economies, you want to buy a car or a home and all of that, you don't have to accumulate $200,000 and go to the market to buy. If you have a steady flow of income and they assess, you can pay a deposit and pay it over time. And in fact, even the impact of this credit scoring on something like mortgaging. Mortgages do exist, but it's a very limited market.
Are you suggesting that today I cannot request for a credit score?
You can.
Yeah, so what is novel about? I don't want to understand what's novel about.
I'm saying that the form in which we are doing it today.
Which form? I want to understand.
What is going to be
what's novel about what is going to happen.
Every Ghanaian is going to have access to that scorer. Everyone. Once you have your Ghana card, you recollect that. Look,
teachers.
Not until we had Ghana card in place, right? Even identification of people, what they do, where they live, how much they earn, and all of that was challenging. We have tried this credit scoring in the past, but even because of the issues we had with identification, it never worked like we experience in other systems. Now that we have a basic identification document, like the Ghana card, it's a game changer.
No, so
it's
we
going
have
to be a game
hold
changer,
on.
and so
we have credit scoring.
better.
We have credit scoring already.
Yeah,
There are companies licensed by the Bank of Ghana to do credit scoring.
yeah,
They are in business.
Yeah.
I know of at least 3.
yeah,
Okay. There is Ghana card.
yeah.
We have Ghana card. What is new? What is novel about?
You recollect that
Yes.
at the time those companies were licensed, we didn't have.
No, I'm speaking
in
about
place.
today,
Right.
this morning.
So now the difference is that this credit scoring agencies, right, are going to have access to a central database which didn't exist before.
I don't understand.
My
We've had a central
What I'm
database for how
saying-
many years now?
Oh, but we have just built
No, I'm
the
just
Ghana card
asking
in the
you.
last couple of years.
Couple of years?
3-4 years. I got my card in 2020 or so. Or 2019 or something.
You
right?
had a card before.
But these agencies have been in existence much longer than the Ghana card. It's been in existence.
it's been
and
in
so going forward, we are putting in a system comparable to any credit scoring system that you have.